Hello, in this video I try to demonstrate how do I use Excel to calculate the correlation coefficient to see how well or how the homework change follow the motivation score, and I want to see the relations between these two quantities. Firstly, we need to copy this table into an Excel file. And the correlation coefficient function is not difficult. It is just we use an empty cell, and it is CORREL. The first array, it doesn't matter. You could make the second column as the first array, but it doesn't matter. So you make you select the first column, make a comma, and select the second column. Then you click enter and you will see this value. And if you know correlation coefficient, you will know this value will be a value within -1 and 1. And if it is a positive number, that means the two quantities has a positive relationships. In our case, that means if a student has a higher motivation score, the homework improvement, if they participate in the tutorial program, the improvement will be higher. Or on the other side, if a student has a low motivation score, then we could expect that student may not be benefit by the tutorial program. So this is the correlation coefficient R value. This is to see if it is a positive or zero or negative relationships among the two quantities. Another value we could see is R square value. So for that, we could select everything. We could select the entire table, and we could make a scatter plot first by insert. This is charts, and we select a simple scatter plot. And we could add a trend line by selecting any data point, right click, and add a trend line. On the right hand side here, we could select is a linear relations, and we could display the R square value on the chart. So now we could see the R square value here is 0.3142. Write that here. This R square value is a value within 0 and 1. If all the data points are on the trend line exactly, then the R square value will be 1. And if all the data points are very far away from the trend line, then the R square value will be a 0. Then I'll say if the R square value is a 0.5 to 0.8, we say it is a fair relations. Lower than 0.5, we could say it is a weak relations. Higher than 0.8, we say it is a strong relations. But it depends on the data, like what are the data. Right? But so here I interpret that the data points, because it's 0.3, the data points are not very close to the trend line, so I say it is a weak relations, while the R value is 0.56, I say it is a positive. So in a summary, that means I could see a certain relations between the homework score, homework improvement, and the motivation score. And if the motivation score of a student is higher, one could expect that the improvement in homework score, if one participated in the tutorial program, would get a higher improvement. That is our first finding of the action research project.